Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 242. I'm Phil Graham. Got a fun episode for you guys today. This is going to be a frequently asked questions episode, including the ad creative I recommend for people who don't want to spend a fortune on ads. So I hope you guys are doing really well, and I hope you had a great Christmas and holiday. I can't believe we're just about at the end of 2021. This year has gone by so fast, but it's been a great year. And if you guys want to get in touch, by the way, if you're looking for some one-on-one coaching, for example, it's a lot better, a million times better than courses and just random videos or fake gurus. So if you're looking for some coaching, or you might be looking for somebody to actually run your ads for you, a professional you can actually trust, for either of those things, you can reach me by going to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. Make 2022 the year that you do things right when it comes to ads and learning, and just crush it. So I would love to connect with you guys. So with that being said, this is the last episode of 2021. I can't believe it. You know, I've been doing this podcast every single week since 2017, and I love it. And I'm so excited to keep doing it for many years to come. I'm really focused on giving you guys a lot of value and helping you not only learn and succeed, but also avoid mistakes and scammers as well. And so this episode is going to be like a lighter, shorter episode because it's the last episode of the year. Got some really cool stuff in store for you guys for 2022. And I'm going to make some fun announcements in the first episode, which will be next week, the first episode of 2022. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So with that being said, I want to jump right into the questions. I don't know what any of them are, except for the one that I mentioned off the top, which is the best ad creatives for low budgets. Other than that, I don't know what they are. So I'm just going to jump in and read what was given to me. So here we go. Question number one. Besides Facebook, what is your favorite platform to advertise on? Great question. I'm assuming you also mean Facebook and Instagram, because Instagram would definitely be right with Facebook. But beyond that, right now, my favorites are YouTube and Google. I love advertising. Like we advertise on Google and YouTube all the time, and we have for a long, long time. So I love advertising there. I also really like Pinterest as well. And then I like many other platforms. I mean, there's Snapchat, TikTok, there's Twitter, there's Spotify, there's Hulu. There's a lot of great places to advertise. But beyond Facebook and Instagram, I would definitely have to say Google and YouTube would be my second favorites. And then Pinterest is actually a very close third. Okay, next question. What do you wish you would have done sooner, if anything? Oh, I love that question. I don't even have to think for 1 second. I already know what the answer is. Without a doubt, I wish I would have left my job much, much sooner than I did. So I was working for a Fortune 500 company. I was getting paid really well. You know, I was having years in the six figures and just doing really well. But it wasn't my passion. That specific company and what we were selling and stuff just wasn't my passion. And it was scary, obviously, but looking back at it, I'm so glad that I did what I did and that I was able to create my own business, because these days, here's the crazy thing. The taxes I pay, my tax bill is more than my salary was when I was working that Fortune 500 job. And that was a good job. Like, it was a really good salary. So the fact that I'm paying more in taxes than my actual salary was means I'm obviously earning a tremendous amount more than I ever did before. And I absolutely love what I do in addition to that. So that's just a huge win. So no doubt whatsoever on that question. Okay, next question. What hardware and software do you like to use? Ooh, okay. So hardware-wise, I'm an Apple guy all the way around. I love Mac computers and laptops and iPads and iPhones and Apple Watches. Like, I got it all. I love all things Apple, without a doubt. And then in terms of software, I'm trying to think, I'm kind of guessing maybe you're meaning like marketing stuff, like landing page stuff. So I've used pretty much every landing page software on the planet because we have so many clients that use different things. And a lot of these things, even the big name ones, have challenges and they have issues. There's reliability issues, privacy issues, and you don't want to be spending money on ads and having pages down. And that happens a lot with a lot of these services. So it might surprise you to learn that my favorite software for landing pages is actually WordPress. You have full control, and it's even cheaper than those other services. Now, I would use it if it was more expensive. I'm not using it because it's cheaper. I'm using it because it's more reliable. However, having it be cheaper is a nice bonus. That being said, some of these other services are still good software. And, we use things like ClickFunnels and Lead Pages and Unbounce and stuff like that. And those can be ways to quickly and easily create pages. If I had to pick one out of all those, Lead Pages has been the most reliable without a doubt. So I like that. But, whatever works for you is great. Whatever gets you creating pages that are effective. And as long as they are reliable and they stay up, then that's a good thing. And then in terms of other software, I'm trying to think, when it comes to business use, one of my favorite ones obviously is Zoom. I use Zoom all the time, and I have for years, way before the pandemic even. And then I also like Once Hub for my calendar scheduling, and it integrates right within Zoom as well. So when somebody schedules a call, it automatically creates a Zoom event. They work together, and it's really nice. So those are some hardware and software things. If you have any specific questions, though, feel free to let me know. All right, next question. Okay, what's the best creative if you don't have a fortune to spend on ads? And this is the one I talked about at the beginning in the intro. This question is so common. And without a doubt, no question at all, my recommendation for somebody that doesn't have a fortune to spend on ads is definitely using video as your primary creative, no doubt about it. Because number one, when you're using video, the know, like, and trust factor is so much better and so much quicker. And that can help you a lot. Number two, if they watch your video, let's say they watch your video, but they don't click to go where you want them to go, guess what? You can still retarget them. So there's two retargeting options. There's actually many. They can watch your video, they can engage with the ad by liking it or commenting, or they can click to go where you want them to go. So if they do any of those things, you can retarget them. So there's multiple retargeting options when it's a video, and you can even retarget by what percentage of the video they watched. So without a doubt, hands down, that's my number one creative. If you are struggling or you just don't have a lot to spend on ads and you're kind of struggling to figure out what should I do, what should I do in that scenario? Another thing in addition to video ads is look at testing the messenger objective. You can do that with a video ad as well, get two for the price of one right there. But you can have a messenger objective where people can take action right on Messenger and they don't even have to leave Facebook to engage with your ad. That can also be really good. So those would be two of my suggestions. There's a lot of things you can do, whether you have a small budget or a large budget. In fact, for people with a large budget, I still recommend video as number one. So that's the answer, regardless of your ad spend. So I definitely recommend video. If you go back and listen, I have some previous episodes all about how to maximize small budgets and also how to maximize large budgets. I'll be covering that in more depth in 2022, and I have some cool stuff ahead. So make sure and stay tuned for some future fun episodes on that topic. Okay, next question. What is the number one reason e-commerce stores fail? Ooh, oh man, now this is a hard question. Come on now. It's the holidays. You guys are giving me hard questions. That's not fair. The number one reason, wow. I don't think there's any way that I can just come up with one reason, because it could be one of many things and they're all equally important. The obvious, let's start with the obvious, is if you have a bad product or you have bad service. I mean, that's first and foremost, that's kind of the obvious, but I have to mention it because that's very, very important. Also, long shipping times, it's not impossible. You can succeed, but it makes it tougher. But beyond that kind of obvious stuff, I'm going to give you a couple more things that I think are really important where I see e-commerce and Shopify entrepreneurs making mistakes. One of those things is focusing way too much time on organic when they should be focusing on ads and other things. A lot of times they focus on organic and they're just creating more noise and it doesn't get traction and it's just wasting time and opportunity, and that can hurt a store big time. Another huge thing, this is definitely one of the top, is so many e-commerce stores focus on selling products versus why you should buy from them. So don't just focus on selling the product, but focus on why. Why buy from you? You can find just about any product anywhere. So why should they buy from you? What makes you special? What makes you different? Do you care more? What's your story? What's your background? Who do you cater to? Like, you've got to figure out your difference, and you need to communicate that effectively in your ads and on your website and your product pages. That's a big one. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. Most people are not doing that. And it's not easy to just implement. Like, it takes some skill and some trial and error as well. So make sure you guys focus on that if you have an e-commerce store. And then I'll give you one more: not enough credibility or trust. Again, you're just focused on trying to sell products when you should also be focused on having people be comfortable ordering from you. Since you're not Amazon, you need to really establish that credibility and trust versus just selling products. I'll do more episodes on this kind of stuff in the future. I also consult in depth on this stuff. So if you're interested, just let me know. Okay, next question. We'll just do a couple fun questions at the end here that are a little different. What do you think about NFTs? All right, I like them. I think it's pretty interesting. I love the whole technology and all the changes that are coming out. I think that there's some people that just spend too much time focused on it at the detriment of what they should be working on. But I absolutely believe it's a good potential opportunity. And we're already looking at ways to market NFTs as an agency and help people market NFTs. So I really like them. And I think there's a lot of potential and opportunity there. Very open to that. And then a similar question: what about the metaverse? The metaverse, personally, I don't care that much about it because, like, I don't want to spend my life with goggles on living kind of a fake life or a digital life when I can go live a real life with people around me. Like, that's what I prefer. But at the same time, I know how powerful it could be. And I know that the advertising opportunities and the marketing opportunities can be huge. So when it does happen, I'm going to do exactly what I do with social. Like, I'm not a slave to social media, but I've made a life and living by leveraging social media for attention with ads and benefiting from it. And that's exactly what I'll do with the metaverse. And obviously, like, if there's some fun things, I could see myself working out on there and having workout parties and stuff like that. So there's going to be some fun uses and maybe playing some games on there, but I don't see myself like living on there like 8 hours a day or some crazy thing. But I'm excited about all the advertising opportunities. Okay. And last but not least, dogs or cats? Ooh, dogs or I like them both. It's hard to just pick one. I mean, I feel like dogs, you have maybe a more personal bond with dogs, and we've had both. I can't pick one. I love both dogs and cats equally. I'm an animal guy. So I definitely love them both. Sorry, can't just pick one. I picked both. All right, you guys, episode 242 is in the books, and 2021 for the Next Level Facebook Ads podcast is in the books. Another successful year for the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I cannot wait to bring you some fun and exciting things in 2022, teach you a lot of stuff, and bring some new things too. So make sure and stay tuned for those new announcements. Thank you so much, everybody. I will talk to you soon. Hope you have a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.